These days, we use AI tools to create long videos. One common problem when making long videos is that character consistency can sometimes be lost. If you're looking for a solution to that, you should definitely try the storyboard feature in Google Flow. Using this storyboard feature doesn't just improve character consistency, it also makes the entire workflow much easier. If you simply provide a story, it automatically generates the script for you. You also don't need to write separate prompts to generate each character. It can easily generate the characters directly from the story itself. Likewise, you no longer have to write individual prompts for every scene like before. Just click the autofill option and it will automatically generate the scenes for you. This makes the entire workflow much easier, not just the character consistency. In this video, we're going to look at the storyboard feature in Google Flow. First, open any browser. After opening the browser, search for Google Flow. Once you search for Google Flow, you'll find the labs.google website. Open it. The first thing it'll ask you to do is sign in. Go ahead and sign in. After signing in, you'll reach a page like this. Here, you'll see an Explore Tools option. If you don't see it, just click on New Project. Once you click it, you'll see a Tools option here. You can click that as well. After clicking it, you'll find several options at the top, such as My Tools, Community, and By Google. Select the By Google option. The storyboard feature is created by Google itself. Now, scroll down and you'll find an option called Storyboard Studio. Select the Storyboard Studio option. After selecting it, the first thing you'll be asked is what style you'd like your images to be generated in. Click on it and you'll see several options, such as 3D animation, charcoal, realistic, and many more. For this example, I'm selecting realistic. After choosing realistic, click Get Started. If you'd like, you can also choose 3D animation. Anyway, I'll click Get Started. Once you do, you'll see a blank page like this. The first thing you need to do here is paste your story. If you want even better results, here's something I'd recommend. Go to ChatGPT or Google Gemini. Ask it to generate a good story and provide the necessary prompts. Then bring that generated story here. It doesn't have to be a complete story, though. You can simply describe the scene you want, and that's enough. You can generate content without using a full story. For this example, I'm just entering a basic story idea. I've only entered a simple idea here, but when you do it, try to include as many details as possible. Explain your story in as much detail as you can. An even better approach is to use ChatGPT to generate the complete story first, then paste it here. Once you've done that, you'll see a Next button. Click on it. After clicking it, the script will start being generated from your input. As you can see, it's currently writing the script. The script has already been generated here. I only entered a single line prompt, and this entire script was generated from it. So even with just a single line prompt, it generated a script like this. Now that the script is ready, the next step is to click on the Assets option. Once you click it, you'll be able to see all the characters in the story. You don't need to write separate prompts to create the characters. Just click the Autofill Characters option and the characters will be generated automatically. If you scroll down, you'll also see a Locations option. You don't need to write prompts for that either. Just click Autofill Locations and they'll be generated automatically. There's also a Props option. Here, you'll be able to see all the props used in the story. Just click Autofill Props and the required images and assets will start generating automatically. However, you're not required to use autofill. If you prefer, you can enter your own prompts instead. You'll also notice a pencil icon below the characters section. Just click on it and you can edit the prompt there. You can modify the prompt however you like. If you want to make any changes, you can do that here. Now, the characters, locations, and props are all ready. The final step is to click on the storyboard option. Once you do, you'll see each scene displayed separately. In this example, there's only one scene. Here, it'll ask you how many frames you want for that scene. You can set the number of frames you need. It supports up to 20 frames for a single scene, which means one scene can contain up to 20 frames. I'm not going to set it that high. For now, I'll choose 6 frames. Then you'll see an Autofill Scene option. Just click on it and it'll automatically generate the scene for you. You don't have to write any prompts. As I mentioned earlier, if you click the Edit button, you can also enter your own prompts and make any changes you want. The scenes have now been generated. As you can see, there are 6 scenes here. The next thing you need to do is save it. To save it, click the 3 dots at the top. Then select the Save Story option. Once you click it, it'll be saved. It'll be downloaded to your computer in JSON format. After that, look at the sidebar where you'll find the Characters option. Click on it. Once you do, you'll be taken to a page like this. Scroll down and you'll see an option called Add from Project. Click on it. Once you click it, you'll see all the images you've generated here. We already generated a character, so select that character first. I'm selecting the first character. Then click Add to Character. You can change the character's name here if you'd like. After that, you'll see a Select Voice option. Click on it and choose a voice for the character. If the character has any dialogue, it'll be spoken using this voice. You can preview the available voices here. Once you click one, it'll be selected. After that, you'll see a Done button at the top. Just click on it and the character will be saved. Next, add the second character the same way. I've already added the second character as well. Now we've set up the characters, voices, and everything else. We've also prepared the required images. The next step is to go back to the storyboard. Once you're back in the storyboard, you'll see the script section. Select it, then copy the scene. In my case, there's only one scene. However, when you're doing this, you'll most likely have multiple scenes. Copy each scene one by one. I'll copy the first scene first. After copying it, go back to All Media. Or an easier method is to copy the entire script into Notepad first. Then you can easily copy and paste each scene from there so you won't have to keep switching back and forth. Anyway, go back to All Media. Once you're there, you'll see an Agent option. If it's turned off, turn it on. Now, paste the script you copied earlier here. Since this is scene 1, add all the images that were generated for scene 1. I'm adding all of those images now. As you can see, I've added all the images generated for scene 1. After that, you'll see the character names in the prompt box below. Leave a space after the character's name, then type @ Once you type @, select the corresponding character from the list. I'm selecting the character here now. Once you select the character, any dialogue or voice assigned to that character will be used automatically. Do the same for the other characters as well. After selecting a character, make sure to click Add to Prompt. Then you'll see the Send button. Click on it. After that, if you click this button, you'll be able to see what the agent is doing behind the scenes. When you generate the video, it'll ask for your permission. The video will only be generated after you click Approve. If you've disabled approval requests in the settings, it won't ask, but by default, it'll request your permission. Click Approve, and the video will start generating. The video has now been generated. To play it, just click on it. Once you do, you'll be taken to an editing page where the video will play.
Whoa! This place is dynamic. Watch your step, Kobe.
As you can see, it generated a really good video. If you look closely, you'll notice that the characters remain the same in every frame. The character consistency is maintained throughout. If you're creating a long story like this, you can generate your second scene the same way, then create the third, fourth, and the remaining scenes as well. Once you reach this page, you can also do some editing here. For example, if you've generated around 10 clips and want to combine them into a single video, here's what you need to do. Click on any of the videos. After that, you'll see a plus button. Just click on it and you'll find the Add Clip option. Click it and you'll see all the clips you've generated. Since I haven't generated any other clips, it's only showing this one. You can simply add that clip here and turn it into a long video. There's no need to use a separate editing tool. Once your video is complete, if you want to download it, you'll see the Download button here. Click on it and the video will be downloaded. If you've added multiple videos, the downloaded file will include everything together. So that's how you can use the storyboard feature in Google Flow to generate videos with consistent characters. It allows you to create long videos while maintaining character consistency. Not only that, but it also helps speed up your entire workflow. Overall, it's a very useful tool, especially if you use AI tools to create long videos. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. Please leave your genuine feedback about this video in the comments. If you found it useful, don't forget to like the video. Also, if possible, give the video a hype as well.